Let me go to Rick out of Virginia. Rick, you are on the air.
What's going on, Jeff? Everybody and their mama will listen to the Jesse Lee Peterson show for knowledge today, brother.
Amazing. Thank you.
And the question I was going to ask is, we got a governor's race here in Virginia, man. We got Wilson Sears and Abigail Spanberger. And I went to early vote yesterday, and I voted for the whole Republican slab. And some Democrats was out there. They gave me a piece of paper. They told me, here's who you vote for. They had all the Democratic candidates. They had them all, down there who to vote for. So while I was voting, I didn't vote for them, Jeff. So while I went, I wrote down some issues that that she stood for, that the Democratic candidate stood for. And Jeff, they don't have a clue what that Democratic candidate stands for. You know what they told me?
What?
Go to our website.
Oh.
If you campaigning for it, if you passing flyers out, you should know her vision. Am I right, Jesse?
At least have some idea for sure.
Yeah, they didn't know. I said,
did you vote for a woman?
Well, yeah, Jesse, we ain't got no choice. We got two women running for governor. No man involved.
You voted for a woman?
Yes, I did. I voted for Wilson Sears, the Republican, the conservative candidate. Yes.
And
that's
so
all we got, Jesse.
And so, and that's why you voted for her, because that's all you got?
Well, yeah.
Did you have to vote?
I didn't have to, but
why'd you do it then? You voted for a woman.
Yeah. I would vote for
you want a woman to lead you?
Well, no, I really don't, Jesse.
So why you vote for a woman then?
Because we ain't got no men running.
So you had no other choice but to vote.
I didn't have to vote, Jesse.
But so why did you vote for a woman?
Well, we didn't have no men candidates, or if I didn't vote for the conservative one, the Democratic get in, so...
What's the difference? You're still going to have a woman. You might well have a Democrat woman. It's the same thing.
No. Democrat women, I tell you, at least conservative women tend to be, a little conservative and biblical, but however...
In what way?
What's that?
How are they conservative and biblical? Who you voted for? What's her name? Wilson Sears?
Wilson Sears. Yeah.
She's
a black lady.
You said she's conservative and biblical?
Yes.
What do you mean by she's biblical?
For example, hold on, Jesse. I can give you a couple of topics that interest me. And
tell me because of time. What do you mean she's biblical?
Well, she supports biblical values. You see what I'm saying, Jesse?
Like what?
Like she's against abortion. She's against using taxpayers' money to fund abortion. She's for IDs. For when you go vote. She's for you have an ID when you vote.
Is she married?
Yes.
Why would a married woman run? Why would a married woman try to be in leadership if she's biblical? She knows that's not of God. Why would she do it?
Jesse, that's all we got running, brother.
But why, if she's biblical, why would she run for a leadership role, knowing that against God?
You got a point there, Jesse.
No, there's a question. Hold on, Rick. Hold on. I will go back to Rick out of Hampton, Virginia. And Rick talking about he voted for a woman. Rick, you voted for a Republican woman.
Yes.
And you said that you voted for her because of her biblical values, right?
Yeah, for the values that I support and the biblical. Like, for example, I can give you
how is it biblical for a woman, especially a married woman, to be in leadership role when it's not in her nature to lead? How can a biblical woman run for office if she's of God?
Jesse, and you are correct.
No, there was a question. There was a question.
No, I'm answering. I said, you are correct about that. But I tell you what.
No, there was a question. I'm asking you. If she's biblical, how can she run for office when God said women were not created to lead, but to follow?
Agree. Well, it's like you know what, I just didn't want the Democratic candidate to get in because, like I said, we don't have no men running for governor here.
Well, when you voted for a woman, you voted for a Democrat.
Well, then that's what I can come say, Jesse. She fooled me, but that's what she didn't say. But I can give you an example real quick, Jesse. I would vote for Wilson Sears before I vote for y'all Governor Gavin Newsom any day.
Why?
That man's evil to the core.
But same as the woman you voted for.
Well, she did a good job as lieutenant governor.
No, she
so I don't
didn't.
know how she'd do it.
How did she do a
How you
good
say that,
job?
Jesse?
How did she? What was a good job she did?
She upheld the conservative values, such as Jesse. She protected girls' sports, keeping transgender, whatever you call them.
I bet you she won't support men's sport. She wouldn't mind girls playing with boys. Why does she mind boys playing with girls?
Well, at least she said she was for girls to play with girls and boys to play with boys.
Would she speak out against women being a part of men's sports?
I believe she would, Jesse.
Why do you believe that? She's never done it. Why would you believe that?
Well, she's been against women. Transgender playing in women's sports. And
but she ain't against transgender playing in men's sport.
So transgender playing in men's sport?
Right.
Well, they're a man. They still, as far as them are, they still a man. Transgender can compete with playing men's sports. He's still a man.
A girl that thinks she's a man is a man?
Oh, no, I thought you were talking about transgender, man. I'm sorry,
I'm talking about transgender.
I'm sorry. Oh, not no woman. At least that's what she said, Jesse. So far, she's been supporting that. So far.
Is government a man's job or a woman's job?
A man's job.
So why'd you vote for a woman then?
Well, Jesse had to vote for someone.
You didn't have to vote for anyone.
Now, I don't know, man. And you're right, I didn't have to vote.
So why you say you had to vote for? You might well vote for a Democrat if you're going to vote for a woman.
Yes, this Democrat here, man, I can't vote for her. I think I'd rather roll the dice and take a chance with Wilson.
What's the difference in the Republican woman and the Democratic woman running? What's the difference?
I'm just well, so far, like I said before, Jesse, Wilson Sears has been holding up conservative values.
Well, how is she hold up conservative value when she's putting herself over men?
Well, I see what you're saying, Jesse.
No, there was a question.
Really do.
There was a question.
I know.
How is she holding Christian values if she putting herself over men?
Yeah, you're right. I mean,
no, there was a question.
I'm saying she shouldn't do that.
I'm asking you, how is she holding conservative Christian values if she's putting herself in a man's role?
I don't know, Jesse. I really don't.
So why you say she holding up Christian values then?
Well, she's supporting biblical values for the most part.
How is she putting herself over a man? That's not God's order.
I understand that. So I got a question, Jesse. So what would have been the solution to that then?
Not to vote at all. You got to vote for a woman. That's the same thing the Democrats are doing. The Republicans are doing exactly what the Democrats are doing, and the Republican men are voting for them, and they say, well, I would never vote for a Democratic woman. I never vote for a woman, but they vote for a Republican woman. What's the difference?
You're right. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I don't know why come we ain't have no men running. See, Virginia.
That ain't the point, because you vote for a woman to run. If you didn't vote for a woman to run, then stop running.
Yeah, that's true. I can't argue with you on that one, Jesse. I can't argue with. But let me ask you.
So go and take your vote back.
I can't do that, man. I already voted, Jesse. but let me ask you this question. Can I ask you this question, Jesse?
Yes, sir.
So you know Gavin Newsom is evil to the core. You know what this guy supports.
Right.
And if a female governor, even though she shouldn't be running in leadership position, you would vote for Gavin Newsom?
I wouldn't vote for Gavin or her.
Oh, okay. So you wouldn't just vote at all?
Right.
So, like, if we get two female candidates, now I agree. I agree with you, Justin. What if you get two female candidates both of them run for president? You just wouldn't vote?
Right.
That makes sense, though. Yeah, you're right. Now, I guess. So you say when it comes to women, they're gonna be both Democrats no matter what.
Republican women in office are no different than Democrat women in office.
Now I can tell you too, and like I totally agree with you.
The only thing different, the Republican women quote the Bible, but their hearts are the same as the Democratic woman.
Yeah.
And then they have you say, "Oh, she's biblical," and you go vote for her. What now?
Well, yeah.
Satan quote the Bible. Would you vote for Satan? He quote the Bible all the time.
No, I wouldn't. And I see your point, Jesse. I see your point. Women should be in leadership, period.
No, they shouldn't. Look at the world going to hell because women are taking over. Families fall apart because women take over. Nothing that women touch in leadership role works. It's not in the nature.
Well, you know, Margaret Thatcher did a good job when she was president.
Where's Margaret Thatcher's now?
She did.
I rest my case.
No, I'm saying that when she was in,
How
she
do
did
you
a
know
good
she
job.
did a good job? How do you know that?
From her approval ratings, she had pretty high ratings.
Look at the women in
I was
America
about
have high rating too because other women and weak men rate them high, not because they did a good job.
Yeah, that could be the case too. But you know, yeah, I see what you're saying. You shouldn't, even they are conservative or shouldn't vote for them at all. But this Democratic.
Do you think God would
government,
vote for a woman to lead a man, put her in a leadership role like that?
No.
So why would you do it then?
I don't know. I need to repent there, Jesse. I need to repent because that's just like I won't even become a member of a church if there's a female pastor.
But yeah, you vote for him.
Yeah, but I guess what was concerning me, Jesse, why I voted, I just don't want the Democrat to get in there.
When you voted for the woman, you voted for the Democrat.
Yeah, but at least she has shown some conservative value. That's why I voted for her, Jesse.
What conservative value has she shown?
I tell you what now, like for example, she believes in guns.
She believes?
Yeah, she wants you to have guns.
How is that a conservative value?
Guns? There's nothing wrong with having guns. The other kind wants to ban guns.
But there are women Democrats who love guns.
Well, not this one. Not this one, Jeffrey.
But that's not a reason to vote for a woman, man.
Well, no. Well, that's just one of my reasons.
Rick.
I like school. Yes.
What are you about to say?
I said I like school choice. The Republican candidates for school choice, and the Democrats don't want to give you school choice.
Okay.
I'm against late-term abortion. I'm against, I'm for photo ID.
Rick, let me ask you this and give me a quick answer. What's wrong with women aborting their children, the man's children, if they want to? What's wrong with that? What does that have to do with you?
Well, I just truly believe if a woman's pregnant, she should at least let the husband know. Or the boyfriend.
But that's not having anything to do with you. That's between that woman and her husband.
Or the boyfriend. I mean, you shouldn't have kids.
Why would you vote for a woman not to kill the man's children when the woman and the man want that?
You know what? You remember I said before, Jesse, I'm not against abortion. I'm against taxpayers paying for it. If you want an abortion, you go work overtime and get your own money and pay for it.
And you're right. Taxpayers should not pay for it.
The taxpayers shouldn't have to pay for it, though.
Yeah. Rick, I got to run. I can't play no more.
Man, you were playing with me, Jesse, man. I love you, brother, man. Good question. Good question.
I can't believe you voted for a woman. What the?
Yeah, I voted for a man because he was either...
No, a woman. You didn't vote for a man. You voted for a woman.
I know, I did.
Oh.
But Governor Youngkin, Virginia governors only can run. They can run only one term. I don't know if I can do all that work just for one term.
You voted for a woman.
I know I did, Jesse. I know. But it was like either.
No, that's not an excuse. You didn't have to vote.
I didn't have to vote. I know that. I know that.
All right.
Rick, I got to run. Oh, okay. All right, forgive me, Jesse.
All right.
Yes, sir. Forgive me, brother.
All right.
I love you, man. Be good.
All right, buddy.